Very good evening to all of you. Richa, can we start the proceedings?
Sure, sir, we can. Ma'am, with your permission, sir, may I start?
Richa ma'am, please start.
Yes. A very good evening to one and all present here and joining us virtually. On behalf of the Oriental College of Management, Bhopal, it gives me immense pleasure and pride to welcome you all to the inaugural ceremony of the ATAL Faculty Development Program on the thought-provoking and futuristic theme, Artificial Intelligence Leading to Academic Excellence, Transforming Academic Writing and Research. This reputed FDP, scheduled from 12th to 17 January 2026, aims to empower academicians and researchers with cutting-edge AI tools and methodologies that are redefining scholarly writing, research productivity, and academic integrity. To begin this auspicious inaugural, let us invoke the blessings of Goddess Saraswati, the embodiment of knowledge, wisdom, and learning. I now invite everyone to join us in the Saraswati Vandan.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा.
May the divine blessings guide our thoughts, words, and academic pursuits throughout this FDP. It is now my proud privilege to formally welcome our esteemed dignitaries who have graced this inaugural ceremony with their august presence. We are deeply honored to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Manoj Motiani, sir, Professor, Marketing, IIM Indore, a distinguished academician and thought leader whose contributions to management education and research are respected across circles. Sir, we are truly grateful for your presence today. Extend a warm and respectful welcome to Shri Praveen Thakral sir, Honorable Chancellor, Oriental University, Indore, and Chairman, Oriental Group of Institutes. He's been a beacon of wisdom and inspiration whose guidance strengthens us, the foundation of our institution. I again take the privilege of welcoming Shri Gaurav Thakral sir, Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Oriental University, Indore, and Vice Chairman, Oriental Group of Institutions, whose visionary leadership and unwavering support continue to strengthen the academic and research ecosystem of the institution. To set the tone for this academic journey, I now invite Director, Oriental College of Management, Dr. Shikha Bhargav ma'am, to address the gathering.
Thank you, Dr. Richa. Chief guest of inaugural ceremony, Dr. Manoj Motiani. Honorable Chairman, Oriental Group of Institutes, Shri Praveen Thakral sir. Vice Chairman, Oriental Group of Institutes, Shri Gaurav Thakral sir. Distinguished directors of various institutions, guests, eminent resource persons, and all the participants. It is my privilege to warmly welcome you all to the inaugural ceremony of 1 week ATAL FDP on AI leading to academic excellence, transforming academic writing and research. I cordially welcome our chief guest, Dr. Manoj Motiani, whose expertise and insights will enrich the inaugural ceremony. I extend a warm welcome and express my sincere gratitude to Honorable Chairman Shri Praveen Thakral sir for visionary leadership in fostering a culture of academic excellence, and Vice Chairman Shri Gaurav Thakral sir for his constant support and encouragement. In today's evolving academic environment, artificial intelligence is playing a crucial role in enhancing academic writing, research quality, and scholarly productivity. This FDP is designed for researchers and academicians to understand the responsibly integrate AI tools into teaching, research, and academic publications. I am confident that the sessions over the next 1 week will be insightful, interactive, and intellectually enriching. I ensure and encourage all the participants to actively engage and make the most of this learning opportunity. I congratulate the FDP coordinators and the entire organizing team for their dedicated efforts in successfully planning this FDP. Once again, I extend a warm welcome to all and wish a very successful FDP. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for inspiring words and emphasizing the transformative role of AI in achieving academic excellence. Moving ahead to provide an overview of the objectives, structures, and expected outcomes of this FDP, I now invite the FDP coordinator, Dr. Shiva Johri sir, to brief us about the ATAL FDP.
A very good evening to respected dignitaries and all the participants. This FDP program is designed to help all participants understand, engage with, and responsibly use artificial intelligence in academic, professional, and research contexts. The focus is on practical awareness, hands-on exposure, and ethical integration of AI tools. AI is increasingly shaping teaching and learning, research, administration, skill development in many ways. Educators are currently playing a critical role in guiding ethical, effective, and meaningful use of AI. The future prospects of this FDP are just not expected to bring interdisciplinary collaboration via AI, but it is oriented towards bringing inspiration to students, researchers, and faculties, along with sharing of knowledge. The practical implications of AI will be bringing orientation of participants towards understanding the technical and ethical aspects of research and stimulating them to bring efficiency and productivity in research by streamlining the process via automated tasks and improving efficiency by using AI tools. This FDP will enhance and facilitate discussions about the challenges of implementing AI in research without compromising the other aspects, along with maintaining ease of working, security, and knowledge that is needed for skilled researchers or professionals for contributing positively towards growth. As envisioned from an interdisciplinary perspective, the FDP has registered participants from almost all disciplines, including pharmacy, microbiology, aviation, and fashion design. This FDP also has a diverse representation from all Indian states and has a total registration of 982 participants. We hope that the participants will actively engage in discussions and perform activities and thus also perform experiments with AI tool. College of Management welcomes all experts and participants for this knowledge sharing collaboration. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your comprehensive briefing. The roadmap you have shared truly reflects the academic depth and relevance of this FDP. Ladies and gentlemen, the inaugural ceremony would be incomplete without the wisdom and insights of our chief guest. It is now time for the most awaited segment of the evening. I feel immensely privileged to invite Dr. Manoj Motiani, Professor Marketing, IIM Indore, to deliver the chief guest address. Sir.
So first of all, a very good evening to all the participants. And I'm very especially thankful to Shikha Bhargav ma'am, the entire team of Oriental College of Management, to giving me an opportunity to share possibly not a wisdom, but possibly my ideas about not a trend which has slowly started to become an integral part of our academic. Now, maybe my view or possibly my experience with this. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Great. So, possibly my journey in terms of the so-called artificial intelligence began few years ago when the tasks which we used to give students and they used to take 5 6 hours to possibly complete that work. Now you are very surprised and shocked when the same student can do this task in a matter of 15 20 minutes. All the data juggling, all the graphs which are to be created, for them it becomes a task which they can do home. And possibly at that point of time, 3 years back, for us, the AI was, will AI help our students to find shortcuts? Will AI be something which will help them to cheat the system? But today, when we are sitting here in 2026, I think the bigger question for us is not about what AI can do or can AI actually cheat us, but is it possible for us to think along with AI to achieve the desired objectives? The desired objective is think in terms of the learning. But we must understand that the AI which we talk about is a little different from the technologies which we have seen in our lifetime. Possibly this is not a tool, it's an agent. Why would I like to emphasize on this word, not a tool, but an agent? Possibly as an academicians, we have seen so many different tools which were created, which could help us. Some 20 years back, we were seeing there is something called Google search, which help us to find out those papers easily, to possibly finding out tools to do literature review, to possibly referencing. But in today's world, AI has actually gone further. This is the first time we have a technology which can't only just work based on our command, but it also has a capability to think. So we are dealing with something which is much different. As of today, we can say AI could be used by us as researchers or possibly academicians at different level. At some end, it could be a tool which basically tries to expedite our routine task. Maybe to create a quiz, to possibly using AI to create an evaluation pattern, using Google Notebook to create a quick quiz, quick video analytics, whereby we don't need to spend time on using software like SPSS, Excel, maybe MOS, and it could do a task in terms of analyzing for you. Today, we have also started to reach to a stage where AI can actually behave as a scientist, whereby they don't only try to do the task which we suggest them, but they can help you across the research journey to come up with good papers, making a meaningful contribution. In that sense, if you look AI, it has started to grow from tool to eventually helping us across the entire journey of doing a research. If we try to break this journey into a different part, today you can use possibly AI at step one, maybe doing observations. When I say observations, it is not trying to replace humans, but there are tasks, for example, literature review, synthesizing literature, which requires months and months of effort. Today, all thanks to technology, using models, you can do those literature review, finding the gap very easily with the help of technology. Saving not only a time, but also helping you to do a comprehensive work at a faster pace. Those of you who are involved in research, you might have seen systematic literature review, which became a keyword possibly in management research for multiple years. All thanks to technology, it became faster for people to actually do those literature reviews and make a big mark. But AI is not only about literature reviews. It can actually help you to hypothesize. Maybe with all those research work which is there, are there still some gaps which are to be searched by us? Are there still some interesting problems which possibly we can research and come up with great papers? All thanks to AI. Today, it is possible that you can use a large language model to come up with a hypothesis which can actually predict for causality. I've just given you an example of a paper which came in psychology, where AI itself did a literature review, did a graph study to find out which are some interesting hypotheses which are yet to be predicted, and basically links which require testing to take the subject forward. But did AI actually perform better than us as a humans? Unfortunate reality is, in many times, even in the psychological research, AI can actually do better compared to us. and which is a little bit worrisome. Even they can actually find out hypotheses which can work, and this vast literature, which becomes obviously complex and impossible for an individual researchers, can be done easily provided we are able to find out this tool and utilize this tool for our own purpose. But it's not only about collecting data and finding interesting problem. AI could be tool for using execution. Many of us are now using A/B testing, surveys, or possibly creating experiments with the help of AI, which give us results fast. Some 20 years back when I started my research career, you need to spend a lot of time to learn all those tools of statistical analysis methods which could be useful for a research. But today, if you exactly know what is the problem you are looking for, maybe you can skip the part in terms of practicing those tools and straight away use those tools in terms of doing your own analysis, which is being provided with the help of AI. The last but not the least part, which possibly we don't like, is the idea of doing that critical work in terms of publication, putting papers in the format which is required, ensuring the references are as per that format. Now, this also brings a big question. Although these work could be easily generated with the help of an AI, but we need to understand, do we want to develop a dependency on AI? That means AI do the whole work, or possibly think about that co-intelligence. If we start dedicating ourselves purely to AI, the only risk which is there is it can also hallucinate. It can give you the results which you please to. It can actually become a classical situation in computer science, garbage in, garbage out. And that's why possibly AI is not a tool of intelligence. It can be a good pilot for a co-intelligence. That means at each step, it requires a human interventions so that we are not only able to use that technology, but possibly enhance the work which we can would like to do, possibly as a researcher or possibly as an educator. Which means in terms of engaging with AI, you need a certain framework of what is the limit of the technology which you would like to use and where you would like to. In terms of teaching also, we can think of AI could be something which can try to ask and cater to the fundamental problems of students. As an instructor, it becomes very difficult for us to have those personalized learning. Although we all have studied Bloom's taxonomy and we believe all students are different. But in reality, as a course instructors, it becomes impossible for us to do those specific tasks, specific customization for our students. AI could be a good solution in terms of creating those customized learning plans, customizing monitoring of these students so that the learning become useful for them. It is also useful for us to go for deep meditation, a reflective learning, which is considered to be a very, very important task for us. But more or less, possibly in today's competitive world with hundreds of students in your class, you cannot find out a way to support your student reflective learning. As a possibly researcher and educator, we can focus on this dialogue meditation, not only for our teaching, but for our research. Are these claims actually valid? Should the question be made much better in terms of finding something new? And because it gives you a speed and flexibility, the idea of this problem can accelerate at a very, very rapid pace using a technology. So when we talk about this thing, one big concern which comes is, can AI actually make people dumb? And that's a valid question. If everything could be done possibly with the help of AI, will they make our students dumb? Will they actually create pseudoscience or possibly researchers which are not up to the mark? I personally believe that in some sense, if we look into the research which has been done in terms of how AI can actually impact human thinking, there are many results which are possibly showing that it is possible if it is used in a correct sense to improve the intelligence of the students. It can also make researchers much more productive and it can give an opportunity to level the ground. Possibly, I might have spent few years to learn structural equation modeling. But if you know you want to use a structure modeling today, you can use technology in terms of accelerating the process. So, in some sense, we are sitting at the shoulders of giants. If you are able to master this particular outline technology, it can help you to accelerate both the inputs, maybe using things like prompt engineering to think about what are some right questions to be asked. It can actually facilitate the whole process, looking into the workflow efficiency, thinking about the ethical issues which are there to create an output, both in terms of academic research as well as an output in terms of a better learning space for your students to have a better knowledge. But before we go this 6 days workshop where AI would be taking a upstand, I will still say AI capabilities are high, but it also needs a human responsibility because technology still have its problem in terms of hallucination, doing their biases, and possibly as the master of this slave, if we can say as an AI, as a technology, we need to balance out how much usage of that technology is important for us and what are tasks which you would like to keep with yourself to ensure the ethics of the research are followed, the learning of students don't suffer, and we are able to utilize this technology for a bigger purpose, possibly in terms of improving both research and teaching. In the end, I will say the future belongs to AI, but it's not that the job of a researcher or possibly AI. The big difference which we will see tomorrow is there will be few people who would be able to utilize these technologies for better research, better academics, versus people who would be still taking time to upgrade themselves. We already have taken two important steps. I think the reason why we have come here for a 6 day FDP program is we assume, or at least we have started to think that this particular technology is important and worth your time to spend on. And second, in a busy schedule of an academician, it requires a lot of courage to take out time to upgrade yourself. So I must like to congratulate all of you for taking this first step. And I think in this 6 days, you will be introduced to a lot of technologies. You will be also introduced, as Sir rightly said, to big pressing issues of ethics and what exactly is a right or a wrong way to use this technology. On my behalf, I would like to welcome you for this particular FDP program. And I hope that the time which you will give for this particular program will help you to set a strong foundation to be a researcher who can utilize this technology for their own purpose. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I'll be more than happy to answer in any question if you have any.
Thank you, sir, for such an enlightening and visionary address. Your thoughts have truly set a strong intellectual foundation for this FDP. I would request if somebody wants to ask something, or we can proceed further. Thank you. As we move towards the conclusion of today's inaugural session, it is time to formally express our gratitude. I now invite the head of the department, Dr. Mamta Manshani ma'am, to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Very good evening to respected dignitaries, esteemed guests, and all participants. As we come to the conclusion of this meaningful and intellectually enriching inaugural ceremony, it is profound privilege to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of the Oriental College of Management, Bhopal. First and foremost, we express our deepest gratitude to our chief guest, Dr. Manoj Motiani, Sir, Professor Marketing, IIM Indore. Sir, we are truly honored by your presence and deeply grateful for your insightful and visionary address. Your thoughts on artificial intelligence, research excellence, and the future of academic writing have provided invaluable direction and inspiration for all of us. We are grateful. We gratefully acknowledge the invaluable guidance and support of our esteemed leaders. Our heartfelt thanks to Shri Praveen Thakral, Sir, Honorable Chancellor, Oriental University, Indore, and Chairman, Oriental Group of Institutes, Bhopal, for his visionary guidance and unwavering commitment to strengthening the academic and research culture of the institution. We are equally grateful to Shri Gaurav Thakral, Sir, Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Oriental University, Indore, and Vice Chairman, Oriental Group of Institutes, whose progressive outlook, dynamic leadership, and constant encouragement continue to inspire innovation and excellence across all academic initiatives. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Shikha Bhargava, Director OCM, whose proactive leadership have been instrumental in conceptualizing and successfully organizing this ATAL FDP program. Ma'am, your dedication to academic excellence and innovation truly motivate us. Our sincere thanks to Dr. Shiva Jory, FDP coordinator, along with all the coordinators and the organizing team for their thoughtful planning, academic clarity, and comprehensive briefing of the program. This FDP stands as a testimony to their collective dedication and effective coordination. As a special note of appreciation goes to all the participants joining from across the country, your enthusiastic presence and eagerness to explore the transformative role of AI in academic writing and research give true meaning of this program. Once again, thank you all for being a part of this memorable beginning. We look forward to an engaging, insightful, and enriching academic journey ahead.
Thank you, madam, for beautifully acknowledging everyone's contributions. With this, we come to the end of the inaugural ceremony of the ATAL FDP on artificial intelligence leading to academic excellence, transforming academic writing and research. Once again, we thank our chief guests, dignitaries, organizers, and all participants for joining us today. I request everyone to put on their cameras for a group photo, virtual. All the participants, please put on their cameras.
Yes, Risha ma'am, we have taken the photo.
Thanks. I request the participants to stay back for commencing with the sessions of the FDP. Over to the co-coordinator of this FDP, Dr. Priyanka Singh Jadwan. Have a wonderful day and thank you all for being here virtually. We are privileged and honored. Thank you.
Just a note of reminder to all the co-organizers that please exercise caution while if they are exiting the webinar. Thank you.